that is cells. Open your science books, all of you. We have to start from page number 19, cells. Okay. So today we have to start from this topic, cells. What are cells? Okay, so what are cells? You know that all living things are made up of cells. Some living things are made up of only single cells. Some living things are made up of more than one cell. So this is the difference between a unicellular and multicellular organism. What is a unicellular organism? Organisms which have only one cell in their bodies, they are called unicellular organisms, and organisms which have more than one cell in their bodies, they are called multicellular. Okay, so 1 minute. Okay, so there are some organisms which are made up of only one cell. They are called unicellular organisms, and there are some organisms which are made up of more than one cells. They are called multicellular, like human beings. Now we do not have only one cell in our bodies. We have more than one cell. So we are multicellular. We are multicellular because we are having more than one cell. And some organisms like amoeba, like there are some bacteria, they have only one cell in their bodies. That's why they are called unicellular organisms. Most animals and plants, however, are made up of more than one cells. Therefore, they are called multicellular organisms. Their cells are joined together. Cells, okay, you can underline, cells are microscopic. You know what is the meaning of a microscope? A microscope means an instrument through which we can see many micro meaning small, many minute, many small organisms, through which we can see many minute, many small things, many small organisms. So cells are microscope. What do we mean by this? It means that cells are very tiny, that they cannot be seen by our eyes. They can only be seen through a microscope. So when you look at an object through a microscope, the object appears larger because the microscope magnifies what you see. So when you just look at an object, like when you just want to see an object, if you want to see a leaf, you want to see something, when you just look it through a microscope, you will see the internal structure of the leaf. If you look at a leaf externally, like with our eyes, we just see that it's a leaf having some veins. But when we see it through a microscope, we will see that it's not just a simple structure, but inside of the leaf, there is a complex structure. So through a microscope, we can see many minute objects, or it is also used to see objects, means to magnify objects. Magnify means to make it look larger. So a microscope make things larger. Things appear larger, organisms appear larger in a microscope, because that is the function of a microscope. A microscope magnifies the object. It magnifies the object what you see. Okay, so the most common type of microscope is called a light microscope, because it uses light to illuminate the object. Underline, the most common type of microscope is called a light microscope. Okay, so we can see objects through a microscope, but we need light. There is also a microscope named light microscope. It uses light to illuminate the object. Illuminate means to brighten the object. To brighten the object. The diagram shows a typical light microscope. Now you can see in your books there is a typical light microscope shown in the diagram. What is it having? It's like a structure which is having lens. There are two kinds of lenses. There is an eyepiece lens and there is an object. There are objective lenses. There are three objective lenses and there is one eyepiece lens. And there are also knobs. What is the name of these knobs? Fine and coarse focusing knobs. What do we mean by focusing knobs? Means that these knobs are used to focus something. Like if we want to make things appear brighter, larger, to magnify the image, we just use these knobs. When we turn these knobs, it will make the image object appear more bigger. Okay, then there is a stage. There are stage clips. There is a diaphragm. Okay, page number is 19. I'm repeating again. Page number is 19. I'm just telling you about the diagram. I'm not reading anything now. I'm telling you about the diagram. Okay, so there are stage clips. There is a stage. There is a diaphragm, and there is a mirror. Now, what is there? Each is having each of thing is having a different meaning. Like eyepiece lens is used for a different purpose. Objective lenses are used for a different purpose. Fine and coarse focusing knobs are used for a different purpose. So each one thing is having a purpose. So I want you to read from now onwards because you are not reading. So I want you to read from this topic using a light microscope. You can read one by one. Okay, so you can read one by one starting from Abdur Rahman. Okay, Abdur Rahman, you can read. You can unmute yourself and you can read. Start reading. Yes, Abdur Rahman, you can start reading from using a light microscope.
Using a light microscope, the object is put on a glass microscope slide usually covered with a cover slip. The slide is placed on the stage of the microscope and held in place with the stage clips.
Okay,
The
now.
hole
Okay. Next 2 points. Okay, next student. Ahmed Raza, you can read the next 2 points. You can read the next 2 points.
The hole in the stage allows light to pass through from a light source below. The diaphragm can be adjusted to allow more or less light to pass through the hole.
Okay. Next 3 points. Next student, Amna Shafiq, you can read. Amna Shafiq, you can read the next 3 points.
Light shines through the object and into the objective lens. Light passes from the objective lens through the eyepiece lens.
Okay, stop reading now. Stop reading. Stop reading. You can. Okay, now I will tell you about how to use a light microscope. Okay, now I will tell you about how to use a light microscope. Firstly, as you can see in the diagram that,
Teacher?
please mute yourself, be quiet.
Excuse me, teacher.
See, you can ask question at the end, not now.
Okay.
Okay, using a light microscope, So firstly, the
This was
object is
clear.
put on a glass microscope slide and usually covered with a cover slip. Firstly, the object is placed on the glass microscope slide and it is covered with a cover slip. Then what happens that the slide is placed on the stage of the microscope and held in place with the stage clips. Next is the slide is placed on the stage
There
and
is
it
too
is...
noise.
Students, mute yourself. Yes. Okay now. So firstly, the object is put on a glass microscope slide and it is covered with a cover slip, and then the slide is placed. Okay, whatever slide you want to show, you can just put it on the stage. You see a stage is given in the diagram and you can just put the image or the slide of the object on the stage, and then the slide is held in place with the help of these stage clips. There are clips. These clips help to held the slide in place. Okay, and then third point, there is a hole in the stage. When you just see a microscope, you see that there is a hole in the stage, and this hole helps to let the light pass through the object. Now we have read 3 points. Firstly, what we have to do, then the slide is held in place with the help of the stage clips, and then we put the microscope in a place that is very lighted, means it is full of light, and we allow the light to pass. We just put the microscope in such a place or at such an angle that it allows the light to pass through it. Now the light passes through the stage and it enters the slide. It passes through the slide. When the light passes through the light, so it goes into the objective lens. It passes through the slide and it enters the objective lens. So you can see in your diagram that there is not only a single objective lens, there are three objective lenses. So the light passes through the objective lens and then into the eyepiece lens. Then through the eyepiece lens. And through the eyepiece lens, we can see the image. How can we see the image? We can just keep an eye on the eyepiece lens, and we can, and when the light passes through the eyepiece lens, we can see the image. We can see the object. Whatever is placed on the stage, we can just see it when the light passes through the stage. So light shines through the object and into the objective lens. So light passes from the objective lens through the eyepiece lens and into your eye. Okay, so what are these knobs for? There are knobs which will adjust the lenses. These knobs will adjust the lenses. It will let the light enter through the objective lens and then into the eyepiece lens. And also there is a diaphragm. You can see below the stage there is a diaphragm given. What is this diaphragm for? This diaphragm can be adjusted to allow more or less light to pass through the hole. Now this diaphragm can be adjusted in such a way that it allows the light to pass through the hole. So we have read about how to use a light microscope. We can just use it in a way that we will just put this object on the stage and the object and then the light, we allow light to pass through the object, and when light passes through the object, it enters the objective lens, and then from the objective lens it goes into the eyepiece lens. So in this way we will be able to see the object. We will be able to see the image of the object. So these are the points related to this diagram, that how we can use a light microscope, how an image can be seen through a light microscope. Now the focus knobs, there are no knobs. These knobs adjust. I'm reading the last point. The point which is in bold, I'm reading the last point. The focus knobs adjust the distance between the stage and the objective lens to create a clear image. What does the focus knob do? It adjusts the distance between the stage and the objective lens to create a clear image. Means it makes the distance less so that light can easily enter from the stage through the objective lens and into the eyepiece lens. And from the eyepiece lens, the light enters in our eyes. So, what do you understand by cell from in the topic cells? That all living things are made up of cells. Living things are classified on the basis of cells. Some of them are unicellular, some are multicellular. What is the meaning of uni? Uni means one. Means organisms which are having only one cell in their body, they are called unicellular organisms. And organisms which are having more than one cells in their body, they are called multicellular. So uni means one and multi means many. So this is the meaning of a unicellular organism and multicellular. You can also underline the definitions. First paragraph, you can underline first paragraph full. All living things are made up of one or more cells. Still, these are called multicellular organisms. Okay, now, coming on to the last paragraph. I will read the last paragraph. Light microscopes usually have more than one objective. Now, we see that light can pass through one objective lens, but we see in a light microscope that there is not only a single objective lens, there are more than one objective lens. There are objective lenses. So what are the purpose of objective lenses? So these are arranged on a turret. Turret means on a point which can be rotated so that you can use lenses with different magnifications to look at the object. Now the objective lenses are arranged on a turret. Turret means a rotatory, a rotatory point on which the objective lenses can be rotated. It is a rotatory point at which objective lenses can be rotated, so that we can use lenses. Now there is not only a single lens, there are more than one lens. So what is the purpose of it? Because it will magnify the object. It will make the object more clear. So we can use objective lenses of different magnifications, which have different magnifications. Magnification means which are used to enlarge the object, which are used to make the object appear bigger. So x5, x10, x20 and x40 objective lenses are most popular. We can use objective lenses of x5. These are the magnifications. x10, x20 and x40. The eyepiece lens is usually x10. So what is an eyepiece lens of how much magnification it is of? It is usually of x10. If the eyepiece magnification is x10 and the objective lens magnification is x20, so if we are using a light microscope in which the objective lens magnification is x20 and the eyepiece lens magnification is x10, then it means that the total magnification will be how much? We will just multiply 10 with 20. So it will become 200 times. Means if we are seeing an object in a microscope, like if we are just putting an onion slide, an onion cell. An onion cell, suppose we are putting an onion cell slide, we are making an onion cell slide, and we just put an onion cell on a microscope, on the stage of a microscope, we will just see that it appears. And if we are using an objective lens with magnification of 20 and an eyepiece lens with magnification of 10, then the image, like the onion cells, will appear how much bigger, how much enlarged will it be? It will appear 200 times bigger. The onion cells will appear 200 times bigger than the original size. So it means that if we want to see some object bigger, larger, or if we want to enlarge some object, we can just put it in a microscope. It will show us minute objects. It will also show us things which are not visible to us, which are not seen by our eyes, but they can be visible through a microscope. So we can just see it through a microscope and it will be appear bigger. So did you know an electron microscope? Now these are the kinds of microscope. Now we are studying about a light microscope. What does an electron microscope means? An electron, I'm reading the did you know. You can look at the did you know boxes in your books. An electron microscope achieves a much higher magnification than a light microscope. This is because it passes a stream of electrons through the object instead of light. Do you understand what are they telling you? In a light microscope, you can just understand from the name. Light microscope means light. It is using light. Page number is 19. I am repeating if anyone is not understand. Page number is 19. Did you know box? I am reading the did you know box at the last of the page. Okay. So a light microscope just uses light to to enlarge, to focus the object, to focus the image. It just uses light. An electron microscope means a microscope which uses electrons. So in this microscope, a stream of electrons passes through the object instead of light. It means like in light microscope, light passes through the object, but in an electron microscope, electrons passes through the object instead of light. So it is a more clear way of seeing an object. It is more the distinct way of seeing an object through an electron microscope, but it's very it's not in common use. Commonly we use light microscopes in our laboratories. We have light microscopes in labs and wherever we work. Okay, coming to the next page, page number 20. Now I'm coming to the next page. I'm reading the first paragraph. Okay, meaning of knobs. I'm telling you, knobs means previous page, page number 19. There is written fine and coarse focusing knobs. Knobs means like things which we can rotate. Like we can rotate them just like wheels. Wheels are rotatory. There are knobs. They will just rotate. They will just move, and they will use to make the object appear bigger or distinct. These are knobs, so they will just rotatory. It's meaning it's rotatory. They are rotatory. They are used to rotate an image. They are used to like the function of a wheel. A wheel rotates. Similarly, knobs are for rotating. Okay, so animal, page number 20 again, first paragraph. Animal and plant cells have similar jobs to do. They take in food, release energy, get rid of waste, grow and reproduce. Their structures, however, are not the same. Now, if we talk about an animal cell and a plant cell, we will see that their functions are similar, like both take in food, but plants do not take in food. Basically, plants make their food. Plants do not take in food. Plants make their food. This is a difference between an animal and a plant. But we are talking about cells. So the function of cells is quite similar. Like cells take in food. A plant makes food, but a plant cell just takes in food. Okay? Release energy. A plant cell during respiration, during breathing, a plant cell just release energy. Get rid of waste means it gets rid of waste. There also you can see in the form of dews. It gets rid of waste in the form of dews. Plant cell gets rid of waste in the form of dew. Grow and reproduce. A plant cell also grow. Okay, and a plant also reproduce. So, but an animal cell, however, its some functions are also similar, but their structures are not same. Their structures are different. Okay, their structures are not the same. In the next lecture, I will show you what their structure is like. Today, you are going to read till here are not the same. Okay. In the next lecture, I will tell you about what an animal cell look like, what a plant cell look like. There are slides I will show you. and you will understand how they are similar and how they are different. Okay, but one, did you know I want to read on page number 18? It was the remaining, did you know, from the last time? Okay, did you know page number 18? It was remaining from the last time. I'm just reading it. Plant growth movements in response to a stimulus are called tropism. Tropism means like plants grow in movement towards things. Like plants grow towards light, plant move in the direction of wind. So here the light and wind, these are stimulus. Stimulus means anything which gets a response. Like for example, if I touch a hot cup of tea, then what will happen? That I will just jerk. Then I will just jerk my hand away. Why? Because it is also a stimulus. It is also a response. That I will now my fingers will give me the response that I have to just jerk my hand away from the hot cup of tea. This is the response. This is a stimulus. Similarly, if a plant is getting sunlight from the sun, it will grow towards that light. It is a stimulus. It is a response. Plant will grow towards light. It is a response. This is called phototropism. So plants growth movements in response to light, they are called, in response to any stimulus, they are called tropism. If a plant grows towards light, it is called phototropism. If a plant grows towards water, it is called hydrotropism. Obviously, which part of the plant grows towards water? The roots. Roots of the plant grows towards water. So it is called hydrotropism. Hydro meaning water. Hydro means water. Photo means light. So phototropism means any plant growth movement in response to light. And hydrotropism means plant growth movements in response to water. So this is the did you know. Understand? Now I am going to ask questions from you. I'm going to ask questions. Okay, so now you can unmute yourself. You can ask me if you didn't understand anything. You can tell me. I will repeat again. Okay, you can unmute yourself. I'm going to ask questions from you. Yes, students, you can unmute yourself.